it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines. Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? Hey, 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 we're back. We're live, and by we, I mean just me. We are here to watch the England versus Netherlands semifinal match. I don't know if y'all are excited about this, but I'm definitely excited about this, despite how crap England has played. They have gotten to this point, and results are results. That's how it is. So that's where we're at. And yeah, let's see if they can. I'm not very optimistic about them producing a great performance today. It's all about the results for them, and that's fine. I'm not even very optimistic about them producing a result today against Netherlands, to be fair. Netherlands look better. And to be fair, at this point, I'm just like, may the best man win. I started off this competition rooting for England. Just like... Oops. They've just been so bad. They've just been so bad that I almost don't want to root for them. No, that's how bad it's been. Like, jeez. I mean... Anyway, so that's where it's at. We're still here, still selling fake doors. If you get that reference, congratulations, +1 to you. But anyway, so as you can see, I've got the lineup over here. Ah, lineup, you're there. I'm looking at it right now. And ooh, before I even continue, let's start my regular poll. Throw up that poll. I'm going to leave it pretty much throughout the entire live stream. Why? Because people come in, and it would be nice if they told me who they think is going to win. Okay. A lot of predictions, and it's fun to see the polls go up, down, up, down, up, down, depending on how the game goes. So, England or Netherlands for the win. England. Throw on that emoji. Throw on that emoji. Then we go Netherlands. Throw on that emoji. Alright, let's find that. Hey, they don't go by Holland anymore, apparently. If you put in Holland in the Apple emoji box, search box, it doesn't come up. Or at least it didn't come up for me. So throwing that poll up there. If you're in the chat, vote. Vote good. Vote well. Vote very strongly. And hopefully your dreams may come true. But for now, here we are looking at the lineup. Nothing has really changed except for that Guéhi is not suspended anymore. But we're still going. It looks like England is still playing. According to FotMob, they think that England is going to be playing the 5 at the back, or 3 at the back, as it's commonly referred to. Yeah, sometimes it becomes 5, depending on who they're playing, on who's playing, and who they're playing. Right now, we've got Stones, Walker, and Guéhi at the back 3. I think if you've been watching, probably the only, and you're a football fan, probably the only people that or players that you can be happy with, which is a surprise because that's not how people predicted this competition going for England, is the defense. Really, the defense have done a good job basically throughout. I would say Declan Rice has done, and definitely there have been performances here and there, individual moments of greatness, savage greatness, you could even say, for England. Bellingham, and to be fair, like I was about to say there, Declan Rice, pretty stalwart, pretty solid. But they're just not playing football, are they? That's not the football that we all want to see, or soccer, whatever you call it. We know the creators called it football, but some people call it soccer, and contrary to popular belief, some people love to nail me with this or think they're nailing me with it, that the English actually coined the phrase soccer as well. Well, what do you know? Yeah, they did, but you know what? Nobody, it didn't catch on. Okay, it did not catch on, except in America, which is just fine. If you want to call it soccer, that's cool. But the creators of the game called it football. You kick a ball with your foot. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to get why it makes much more appropriate sense to call it football, right? Okay. And as an American, I'm not even going to touch on the NFL, but it's weird. And I like the sport. Let's not get it twisted. But anyway, so back to the lineup. I think, I'm one of the people who has been a major critic of what's going on the wings. Okay? Saka couldn't create Southgate must know this too, but at this point he's just like, to hell with it. I'm not changing anything because we started this way, we'll end this way. It doesn't even matter what happens. I will stick to it. But Saka on the right, a left-footed winger, and he does play there for Arsenal, and it makes a lot of sense if you want to get some action, and he did score a bang-in goal from there. Fine, that's great, but that's called an individual moment of brilliance. And when you have a right-footed player on the left and a left-footed player on the right, what you get is a very narrow game. And then you have a striker who loves to come in deep and pick up the ball and play like a midfielder. So you're not stretching out towards the center. You're not stretching out on the right. You're not stretching out on the left. And the defense of the opposition knows exactly what the heck you're going to do. Nothing is surprising, and that is why I believe that is why you get the crap show that we have had. For if you're an England fan, you're definitely not happy about it. Oh, good. I was just checking my mic to see if it was on because sometimes I forget to put it on. And then I would have been talking to myself for this last however much amount of time. But anyway, so I don't think much has changed for the Netherlands either. But let's see. Will we get... In England, here we go, and here it starts, and I'm going to throw up my match clock. Where are you, clock? Where are you, clock? There you are. There you are, clock. Oh, and it's pretty much on. Nice. Okay, let me throw it up there. You can sync up your clock with mine if you feel like it. Some people have. Most people have not, but I'll sit here and talk about the game regardless. Here we go. Holland, or the Netherlands, coming out with the control of the ball, kicking off, and keeping it. Let's see what happens here. Denzel Dumfries. Netherlands have been comeback kings, and England too, really. Looking to get Marlon in behind, but the flag goes up. A little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Just doing some level work here. Levels, the levels. Good. Yeah. So, take a little sip.
A lot more like a Premier League game with the number of players familiar with that league and the pace.
Need to keep it fresh. Okay, so here we go. Okay, the ball's moving quickly early on. Walker, another player, Kyle Walker, I think belying his age of his ripe old age of 34, still one of the fastest people on the pitch, one of the most powerful people on the pitch. And I got to say about Walker, I continue saying that, wow, he has, despite the team playing terribly, and getting the results, you have to point to players like Walker who are stepping up and just making their presence known and taking responsibility when the time calls for it. Fix this little light here. Myself. Yeah. So Kyle Walker, definitely England fans should be definitely happy he's in the team, because without him, I think it's quite possible you aren't England isn't where they are, despite bad performances. You need those veteran voices, those veteran presences on the pitch to hold the team down and give everybody confidence to keep going and keep trying, keep pushing, picking up the ball when the team can't stitch a few passes together. I don't know. How many times has England been able to stitch any passes together at all in this tournament? I think they're few and far between. Looking at pretty much very direct football. Some possession at times, very, very few times. But Netherlands is definitely going to be the team that has more crisp football and certainly more, I don't want to say more technical, but more crisp and cohesive football. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, you can look at obviously how many passes have been completed and compare the two, and probably I'm going to imagine that Netherlands, I'm going to guess Netherlands is going to have more completed passes than England, but more interesting to me is how many passes in the final third were completed by either team. Oh, Saka doing well. Saka's been, he's done his part when he needed to. Even if the team hasn't been doing well, right? That was a beautiful, banger of a goal that he scored. Okay, England's starting all right. Offsides though for Trippier. And it's like, how many? Way offsides for Trippier. How many crosses is Trippier going to put in from the wide position? Not many. If anything, you see like the early cross, which is not a bad thing to do, especially when you're failing on the winger aspect. If your wingers are like a natural winger getting out to the corner and putting in that quick just like whizzer of a ball from the right or the left. We're not seeing that too much, and those are the types of balls that you could bend out towards the attackers, and then the attacker doesn't really have to get much on the ball in order for it to be a powerful header towards the goal. But England, if anything, have been maybe putting in some early crosses. Doesn't achieve the same effect at all. So the power is going to have to be generated by the striker in those situations, or the striker of the ball. Kobbie Mainoo coming in for Alexander-Arnold, and I think everybody pretty much agrees that was probably the right choice and a fruitful choice. For England earlier on in the tournament, they were worried they might be eliminated at the group stage. But yeah, I mean, now he says the feeling is far be it for me to say that Alexander-Arnold should start over Saka, but let's see if that expresses itself in the performance. I mean, I would prefer to just push Saka out to the left as Southgate did earlier on. He did play as a makeshift left fullback or left back, and then put Alexander-Arnold on the right, or Trippier. Oh, and there it is. There's your early goal for Netherlands. No surprise there, ladies and gents. No surprise at all. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Have a nice sip. Wow. Terrible for England. Terrible for England. Granted, they've done well to come back, claw back from early concessions. But look at this. What a goal. Ooh. Pickford, no chance. No chance. It even looks like a bit of a foul there from
Strong.
From was
And
it
look
Walker,
at
I
that
guess, on
angle.
Depay?
Jordan Pickford gets a finger on it, but not enough.
How did he
And that
even?
man who's been underrated
He was on his
this entire
toes.
tournament, Ian, puts the Dutch up 1-0. Fantastic goal.
Wow, Simons. He was
Trippier
on his
just
toes.
everybody down, wearing white.
Wow.
21 years of age, only
His sheer aggression, his sheer will to get that
and what a time
shot off earned him that goal.
how did England respond to that.
How
Bellingham.
will England respond? Lucky for them, they do have Jude Bellingham and Bukayo Saka
England looking
to
for
pick
the
up the
inch.
pieces.
Riposte. Were behind against Slovakia. Were
This
behind
game ain't
against
over.
Switzerland.
This game is
Still
not
advanced.
over.
Long time
But
to do something about it is the
I am going to
European
say I
side.
believe that the Netherlands. I came out before this game. I think most people. I wonder what the odds were before the game started. I don't even know.
Miscue in the middle
What
of
were
field.
the odds? Probably Netherlands were favorite to win. Just off of sheer performances in the last all the games that England just
Everybody's
crapped the
still
bed
trying
in.
to get their breath back after this start.
Basically, England has been functioning on
on
individual brilliance throughout until now.
The early game against France, Ian,
Little head clash.
you heard me talk about
Bellingham
him earlier
and
today. I think he's a special
whoever the heck
player
that dude was.
and
Shooting,
really
shouting,
underrated in this tournament.
shooting,
And boy, did he
scooting,
just show up in
shooting.
a big way
Something
to
like
put
that.
his
If
team
you're
ahead.
Dutch, tell me how to
Referee
pronounce
stripping
that
the game for
in the
a bit of
chat.
treatment. Felix
Not many
Zweier,
Dutch
a
people are
contentious
there
choice
around.
because 3
Just
years
not many
ago,
Dutch
England's
people,
Jude
period.
Bellingham
How many Dutch
referenced
people are
a
there? Okay.
historic
I'll bite.
6-month ban is
Netherlands
referee out for a match-fixing scandal long time ago in 2005,
population.
saying, "What do you expect
Yeah.
from this referee?"
Not a lot of
The
Dutch
German
people in
FA
general in
Cup
the world.
they fined Bellingham
17.7 million.
$43,000.
There you go.
So that's just a little subplot in the background.
And let's see England's
It's like a day's wages for
population.
him.
I want to say 60 million. Oh, Gotti. 56 million. Okay.
England with a chance to
So we
win
have
that.
56 million, a country with a population of
Amid what
56 million
has bedlam
versus, I've already
among
forgotten the Netherlands population. Was it 17 million?
orange wall to our left.
Yeah, 17.7 million for the Netherlands versus a country with a population of 56 million. But that's just not how this works, does it? I mean, the U.S. has like 360 million people in it, and one big crappy national team, as you could see in the Copa America. Pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing for the United States, just year in, year out, basically, in all international competitions. Haven't really seen, you know, we've been expecting to see a bunch of progress. Everybody's been talking about it. Our league has gotten bigger. The MLS has gotten bigger, more attention, blah, blah, blah. Ain't done nothing. Look at that. Shove in the back, clear foul. Yeah, too much. You know, Saka doesn't go down, doesn't get called, but them's the breaks. A lot of those don't get called. Not that I'm advocating for you to go down if you're in that situation.
Alan Shearer put England ahead against Germany in the Euro 96 semi. That was in the 3rd minute.
Got
Germany
a
won it on
terrible
penalties
root
in the
canal
end, as
today.
Gareth Southgate knows
This
very
side.
painfully.
It was so bad. I had to have like 7 or 8 shots. I don't even remember. I blacked out. Not literally, but
Trippier's ball
mentally
towards the back post.
blacked out. The
Rice was
pain
in
was
there,
bad.
bouncing around dangerously
Um,
Van Dijk with lots to
I
say to his teammates.
kept
Ball
giving me
with
shots.
backs it away.
My face
Really
was
well timed and
getting
crosses
more and
goes
more
just off
numb,
the bottom of his foot as he tries to
but
smash it across the
it
build-up.
wasn't getting numb enough because I kept feeling the drill in my tooth, which was absolutely horrible. Finally, we got there. I mean, I'm underselling it. There was at least 6 shots that I got. Probably more. I didn't count. Probably more than 6 shots to my gums. And by the end of it, like my eye was numb. Like I couldn't feel this eye. Oh boy. So my eye was like drooping. My face felt all puffed up. But I was happy. I'd rather that than be feeling the drill to the bottom of the roots of my tooth. That's not a place you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. Not a place you want to be. Anyway, here we go. England. Oh, Harry Kane. Nothing there. Nothing doing. But, I mean, it's got to be extremely annoying for England fans to be seeing Harry Kane just like in the middle of the park. He's taking shots from 30 yards out. I have no problem with him taking shots from 30 yards out, 35 yards out, whatever the heck that was. You know, Kane, if anybody can do it, it's Kane, right? But you want to see him deeper. You want to see him at the front of the line, don't you? Instead, we're going to keep saying the same thing. Harry Kane, England's third midfielder, apparently.
For better or worse, in my opinion, worse, allows him to come all the way back deep to pick up the ball, but it's just not what he's effective.
There's the commentator talking about it as well. I mean, we've all been talking about it for a while. It's just a pity that Southgate can't figure this out. Oh, here's Saka. Here's Saka. Dangerous on the inside. Let's see it. Come on, Saka. Oh, it didn't work out. Oh, Kane takes it. Oh, okay. What happened to Kane? It's going to be reviewed. Was there something there? I didn't see anything.
This is always a tricky one, Ian. So as you
See
see
here.
Saka come
Ooh.
inside,
Saka is dangerous. Oof.
But after Harry Kane
Oof.
shoots it, it's a really
Look at
nasty
that.
tackle.
Ooh.
And it's tricky
Did
as a
he?
referee, they almost never give a penalty there.
Oh,
But
wow.
It is a foul.
I mean, that is a penalty for me. Can they review this? They really should be reviewing that. I will say that as a referee, you gotta review that. No, you gotta review that, man. You should not be able to. Oh, well, nope,
You know,
not a
this one,
foul.
it's
Not a
such
foul.
Weird play because this happens all the time. Where you strike the ball. I mean, that is a foul by Dumfries.
It
He's
looks
got
like
his
a foul,
feet
but
up
I
high,
thought for a moment I had seen there
falls
that
through into Harry Kane.
the defender got there first.
And he has rather affected.
If they're not reviewing that, I mean, that is a dangerous challenge to make. When somebody's about to strike the ball and you just go studs up like that to block the ball, I mean,
You got your chance.
it looks like it is being reviewed.
There's no reason for a penalty, but they are checking it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a foul.
It could be a penalty. Yep.
Let's bring in
Here we
Mark
go.
He's gonna go over.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, there was, I don't know why, I saw one angle that looked like it wasn't, but when I first saw it, I definitely thought that that was a foul.
Goes to hit the ball
Here's Clattenburg.
towards goal. The Dutch player comes in and catches Harry Kane's foot.
I mean,
And
yeah,
is it a blocking
he doesn't
action?
get.
And Harry Kane's foot
Harry
follows
Kane
through
strikes the
and
ball
catches the
first.
Dutch player,
I mean, it's a
or
foul.
the Dutch
In
player
fact,
coming
it's a
through
yellow
his
card.
steps. And it's more like
It's almost, it's a yellow card every day of the week. I mean,
come through. And
I don't know if they'll.
VAR will award a penalty kick for this.
Oof.
The VAR is Bastian Dunkert, who has that job.
This is
a
an
lot of
interesting one.
times.
As a referee myself,
High boot, Denzel
United
Dumfries.
States.
What is
I'm
the
not
call? The
operating
call
that.
is
Oh, penalty given.
England get a chance.
Wow. This game is getting exciting already. Wow.
I think it's the right decision.
Isn't that
Ian.
interesting?
You cannot lead with your cleat high like that.
Yeah, you can't. In fact, I would give a yellow card here for
If that
this,
happens in the
honestly.
middle of the field,
This is a
it might
yellow
get
card.
sent
This is a
off, but
cautionable
it's a
offense
really
every day of the
bad
week.
tackle. And just because
That's what
the
you call
chance was taken
a
doesn't mean it's not
reckless
a foul. I
foul.
think this is the correct decision.
Careless is just a
Harry Kane has the
regular,
ball in his hand,
you
remember,
know,
he didn't take a
run-of-the-mill
penalty in
foul.
the shootout against Switzerland.
And then you
He'd
have a
already gone
reckless
off with
foul,
what looked like
which
crap
is
yellow
cautionable.
card
Yep.
for Dumfries.
And
All
boom.
about.
Ladies and gentlemen, Asaf calls it again.
Remember,
Thank you.
Kane
Thank you.
did
Thank
miss
you.
a penalty
Gotti.
vitally against
But
France
yes, every day of the week,
World
that's a
Cup
yellow card.
on the day England went out.
You don't go in studs up like that when somebody's about to strike the ball and just throw up your studs. I mean, I get it. This
But
is,
his
just,
overall
you know, the
record
stakes are
is
high. Like, oof,
76
Kane,
out of
pressure's
86
on.
converted.
Kane buries this, am I right? I mean, Kane doesn't miss these.
Right in front of the England fans.
Nobody is more of a mental powerhouse than Kane. Maybe Cole
Peter
Palmer,
Bruggen.
maybe. With less experience, but. Come on, Kane. Could see the blackheads on your forehead, maybe. Make those blackheads work. All right. Let's see, baby.
And Kane did it
Oof. Nobody's saving that, man. He chose the right direction. He was right there. You're not saving that. No chance. The right decision was the right decision. Harry Kane coming up big. First he draws the penalty, then he converts. What a powerhouse.
And boy, does he love playing here for England, Ian. Cool, calm, takes the big
Yeah.
breath.
I feel like,
Goes the
I
right
mean,
way, but you're never getting that.
I heard that maybe it's just common practice, but England is, they had, they do practice the penalties.
his 66th
And it seems to me that
for England. It's
most
still
of the
his
penalty
record.
kickers from
Number one in the list of England marksmen all time.
definitely on the England team, just watch them. Right before they step forward for the kick,
Quite a start.
they take that deep breath, that one deep breath,
Now read on.
and then they go for it. It must be like it must be a step-by-step process where every part of it is sort of choreographed. If you don't know what choreographed means, it means like a dance would be choreographed. You just plan out every single move, every gesture. And that's the way that you want to be when the pressure is on mentally. You want to be as prepared as you can, so there's not much to think about. The only thing you're doing is what you've prepared. You've prepared these movements, those movements and those gestures and that breath. Everything is step by step planned out.
That was another example of Memphis Depay coming so deep. And early on, John Stones went with him. He
That's
got
the way to do
burned
it.
on the goal, being a little high and out of place.
1-1.
He's scared to go in there with
1-1, ladies and
So I
gents.
expect Memphis Depay to keep doing that. If Stones comes with him, there'll be runners in behind. If not, he can turn and play from there.
I mean, these are exciting. It's crazy. You would think that this happened in Spain, France too. There were early goals, right? Early goals in England, France. I don't remember. Oops. Here we go.
Harry Kane, by the way, 7 goals now in European Championship history.
Early
Now
goals.
tied with Alan
Yeah.
Shearer for the most among England
Yep.
players.
All the goals in regular time were scored early.
To Jude Bellingham.
9th minute. Colomwani scored that header.
I think Bellingham's got
And you had
better
Lamine
as the
Yamal
tournament's
score the
gone on.
golazo, and then Danny
Looks
Olmo
like his energy
score
levels
his
have
amazing
just gone up a little bit.
individual,
To me, a
mostly
big
individual
emotional
goal. I
high
mean,
winning the Champions
wow.
League
I was telling my
Wembley
buddy
in
the other
Euros
day,
came pretty quickly
Danny
after that.
Olmo is getting picked up immediately after this tournament is over. And he said to me, I don't know why he wasn't picked up at the end of the last international competition in the World Cup, because he was fantastic then. I can't answer that question. I have no recollection of it. I forget these things quickly. But yeah, I don't see how Danny Olmo stays at RB Leipzig after this. I mean, he's just been off the bench exceptionally good. Just that X factor.
Kane. Kyle Walker in space.
Unless RB Leipzig doesn't want to sell and he doesn't want to leave, I guess. But
His best ball of the tournament.
you'd think he'd want to go. What academy did Danny Olmo come through?
Just thinking, looking at Memphis Depay
I
there,
don't
that he's got a bit of a point
remember.
to
Let's
prove
find
to English
out.
fans because it didn't really happen for him at Manchester United.
Danny
Yeah, you will definitely think
Olmo
that he wants to show that he is of this level. He's been bright early.
came
picking up good spots.
through.
Ake
Oh,
picks up
what?
Depay. Trippier's there
He
tucking
came
in for
through
England and Bellingham.
Dinamo
Picking up
Zagreb?
again. Got a lot of friends and family here.
That's
Jude
super
Bellingham, he
interesting.
was waving up to some
didn't
in the
know that.
stands. The friends he made when
Okay.
he played for Borussia Dortmund. He was
That's
named
very
the Bundesliga
interesting.
Player of the Year.
Did not know that Danny Olmo came through
here,
Dinamo
and
Zagreb.
Foden.
Oh my gosh, Phil Foden! Phil Foden!
Penalty
Oh!
on the line.
On the line!
Did it cross though?
It didn't look like it crossed.
No.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
How close was that?
Wow. You just had to lift it.
When the ball was played. If not, did it go in? And
Oh my
he
gosh.
said no, but boy, it sure looked like it from here.
I don't know what the commentator's talking about, that it looked like it went over. It did not look like it went over at all, but
Saka.
at least from our angle
Look
on
at
it.
the amount of space here for Trippier.
England coming in with the
Defence
pressure.
looking a little
Both teams
disorganised
sort
at
of
times.
invigorated here.
England looked to turn
Declan
the
Rice,
screw
beautiful
here.
pass out to Kyle Walker, who miscontrols it. And I don't think that was a necessary stoppage, actually, by the referee. Here's a little tidbit. You do that ball is not interfering with play. There's no reason to, like, Kyle Walker, even though he miscontrolled that, he could have easily gotten in a damn decent cross there. So if I'm Kyle Walker, I'm actually annoyed by this, because the laws of the game state very clearly that you do not have to stop play if whatever the interference, whatever object or individual is a little more rough, but whatever object or whatever interference comes onto the pitch, whatever outside agent is the actual nomenclature, outside agent enters the pitch. If it does not interfere with play, the referee does not have to stop play. So if I'm Kyle Walker, I'm a little annoyed there, because I could have gotten that cross off, and I don't think that extra ball in the pitch would have affected it. And now here we are. Now Netherlands get set, less space for Kyle Walker, and no cross. Although, will he put it in? Nope. Boof. Not going anywhere. Brick wall. So, yeah. So, small thing, but here I am. I'm here to criticize the referees at every turn, because as a referee myself, why the heck not? But also at the same time, I will defend them when they deserve defending. And so here we go. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody performs at various levels all the time. So we can give him this one, even though I would disagree with that. Oh, look at Foden. Look at Foden. And that, really? Really? I don't know, man. That seemed like a bad decision right there, ref. That seemed like a bad decision. Looks like Foden did get to that ball first, and it looks like he did get tripped up. Oh, interestingly enough, ball possession. You know, I will say this. Early on, the possession from England's actually been better. Has been better. They've been slightly better as a team, connecting, despite conceding that goal. It was a great goal from Simons.
Well, again, that was same pattern between Malin coming inside, Depay coming inside. If one of them comes inside, the other runs behind. And here's a look at that.
Damn,
chance from Foden again.
Wow. Is that Dumfries on the line?
It's a
Is
game
that
of
Dumfries?
interest. Wow.
Great.
Definitely no goal though.
That's those plays that really, you know, I mean, that's as good as a goal.
100% hit.
Whoever saved that, I think it was Dumfries.
Lovely ball to Reinders there from Charlton.
I believe it was Dumfries, but whoever saved that's easily as good as a goal, right? So, let's celebrate those.
It's a little surprised he didn't run it, but Kyle Saka there. When it's Kyle Walker, I could see him wanting to step on it and bring it back. But if he's 1v1 with Saka, I'm sure Ronald
Simons
Koeman is
with the
telling him to just
ball.
run every time.
They're slowing it down, the Netherlands, aren't they?
This is a
Really
better
not all
spell
too
for the
exciting at the
Netherlands,
moment.
just keeping possession of the football because the pressure on that
Ake
defense
and Van Dijk,
growing and
and two
become a little hectic.
really good defenders on the ball.
Defy, score with a great header.
Kind of
Equalising
annoyed.
goal.
Nobody, you know, I'm a
It's
Chelsea
38.
fan. I don't know if you could tell that I'm a Chelsea fan, but Ake came from the Chelsea. I want to say he played in the academy, but he was very young when he came to Chelsea. He might have come right into the first team. I don't remember, but I always liked him, and I think he played for Bournemouth for a while, and he was really good for them. And obviously some other guy named Pep Guardiola liked him too, because he picked him up at City, and now he's been basically a stalwart in the pretty regular figure in the Manchester City defense.
Another look at that
At left back?
golden chance.
Yeah, left
Hasn't
back.
scored for England since September.
Oof.
Nearly
Yeah,
did
Dumfries.
there.
Dumfries coming up big.
on
Even
the
though
line
Dumfries
to
also
save
gave up the
Netherlands
penalty,
very
right?
behind.
So,
Made up for that penalty, didn't he?
oh, there's the commentator saying that. Ugh, I gotta stop saying things right before the commentators. I'll never get any credit for it. Nobody will know.
Here's Depay.
Commentators copying me. Probably listening to my
Goes on the left
my
hand
live stream.
side of
Surely.
Haaland.
Surely they are.
The movement was good. It's a corner kick. They
Ay,
do
ay,
carry a
ay.
threat.
Well, that's the problem when you're such a boss and you know
First half
so much
far
more about
for
football.
the Dutch offense.
That's me.
Depay picking the ball up in deep spots.
I'm joking,
Starts
obviously,
reluctant
but
to
I
go
will say
after
this,
getting burned early
and I complain about this time and time again.
for the Netherlands. Corner now.
You know, I've been reffing since 2014, and which is, yeah, makes
Right
me
in
old.
front of that orange wall
But
as well here.
it's not like I've been doing I've had decades in the game, but it really annoys me when you have commentators, especially former players, commentators, who have been involved in the game for decades, and they still don't know the rules. They don't know the laws, as they are referred to of the game, and they say stupid things. It's like, dude, this is your job. This is your job. You've been doing it for many decades, and you still don't know the laws of the game. There's no excuse. Every player should read the laws of the game. Every player should read the laws of the game. This is your job. How many hours of training do you do a day? A few hours, and then you, I don't know, maybe you work out, whatever, and good for you. You should spend as much time with your family as possible, but pick up the book and read the laws of the game. You won't sound so stupid when you say things on the broadcast, right?
Prophetic.
Yeah, you got that one right.
Doesn't take much. Hell, I'll give you a better one. Go into the PDF, go download the PDF for the laws of the game. It's probably not going to work that well, but you could even throw it, copy and paste it into, or drop it into ChatGPT and say, hey, summarize this for me, ChatGPT. Give me all the important points about fouls. How about that? Why not? I have them here, don't I? Usually have them. I gotta start having them on my desktop here. I don't. On my other computer I do. You know what? I'll just send it to myself. Woo! Am I blocking? Oh, you can see my little computer there. Alright, that's fine. Let's send myself this PDF. Why? I want to be able to show you guys the laws of the game if the time comes, right? What the heck is airdrop? Airdrop. Open airdrop. Laws of the game. Let's go. Send. Here we go. Here we go.
He's Foden. He was voted Footballer of the Year.
Law. 11. 14. No. Sorry. 12. Law 12. Guess what that's called, ladies and gentlemen? It's called fouls and misconduct.
Depay is down
Doesn't
for
come
the
up here.
Netherlands here, holding his hamstring. By the look of it, that might be bad news.
Fouls and misconduct.
Yeah, this looks bad. The way he just stopped, went down. It doesn't look like he thinks he can carry on based on that look.
Well, the physio will give that the once over just to assess it, but I think they've already made the decision by the look of things.
Careless.
Ronald Koeman just wanting a word with
Reckless.
Reinders.
Oh, wow. Not there. Okay, what, they take that out of the game? Take that out of the
This
book?
is The Simons goal. What a goal this is.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I just spelled reckless wrong.
7 minutes in.
Don't tell anybody that. It's careless is a regular old foul. Then you have reckless, it's what you referred to as a
It's pretty remarkable
reckless
to see
challenge,
as he
cautionable
fell, like how
offense.
he was able to hit
And
it with
then
no spin like
you
that.
have
Just a tremendous strike.
use of excessive force that endangers the safety of an opponent, of another player. Right? Those are like your foul categorizations, categories.
Of the match in front of you now.
Eating that little jelly pack is Veerman. What happened to Depay? Oh no, that's a big loss for the Netherlands, isn't it? Woof. Oh what? Yeah, gee, what happened? I missed it. I was too busy talking to myself about
It's
the
actually
laws
quite
of the game.
surprised to see his number go up. I think they'll move. Yeah, Daniel Malen central.
Let's see here.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising.
Commentary. Depay has gone down at the halfway line, does not look happy. He's signaled to the bench, and he now requires treatment. The medical team are on the pitch. It looks as though he's not going to be able to continue. Nothing, no details on
Yeah,
that.
they just moved. Well, Dumfries still at right back.
Okay.
It's almost like
England
It's almost
still
like
with
they've
65% of the possession in this game.
with Malen high.
And let's see, how many completed passes?
One of 4 players in the squad from Crystal Palace.
178
That's more than any
completed
other club, by the
passes
way.
or passes. 91%, sorry, 182. And then not to the 92 of the Netherlands. Fair play England, stepping up their game in this semi-final match. I mean, I guess it's never too late if you're still in it. And here they are. Never say it's too late. Let's see if they can pull a rabbit out of the hat here. Because right now
Fans enjoying
this
this performance in full voice
poll
at the moment. The Dutch fans may be a
has
little more worried.
the Netherlands winning 100% votes. This control,
Misunderstanding between him and
not a great pass from
really.
Bellingham, going down and passing at the same
Well, I
time.
thought they might keep Xavi Simons centrally, but I guess he's going out to that right wing. It's a
Oh,
really
is that
interesting
foul? Did
substitution.
he
as you
touch
see.
Bellingham there?
A little nick, but not much on Bellingham. It really does change the way the Dutch are going to play now. Xavi Simons was causing so many headaches there centrally. So I think England might be quite happy to see him go out there to the right
Oh.
wing.
Not a great touch from Kyle Walker there.
He's got support
Oh,
from Simons and
wow,
Dumfries.
look at Manu. Kobe Manu coming back to clean up.
Rice can bring it away.
Here
Really
goes
good
Rice.
flow to this.
Taking responsibility, bring the ball up. Yeah, England playing a lot better objectively, honestly. Not like beautiful football, but a lot better than they have been. Good job, England. And yeah, I mean, Depay, losing Depay, that's a big loss.
Bellingham again
I don't
here,
understand. They bring on Veerman.
particularly
So
wants
who
to
are they
perform
putting out? Is it Gakpo? Are they putting out Gakpo in front?
stage. Made the move here from Birmingham City.
And then moving Gakpo to the 9 position.
Phil Foden.
Because Veerman is a central midfielder. I don't know him. Not going to pretend that I really know who the guy is. But he's a central midfielder who plays for PSV Eindhoven.
Every orange shirt back behind the ball.
So that's where we're at. Holland playing without a striker. Not that... Well, Depay's pretty much a striker. Maybe some people think that's not his best position. Probably wouldn't disagree with that. But he does a pretty darn good job at the 9 position. But I mean, they have... Isn't Weghorst in the team? Isn't Weghorst an out-and-out striker?
Mainu, great idea to find Kyle
Where is
Walker.
Weghorst? There he is. Yeah. Yeah, he's an out-and-out striker for Burnley. Okay.
Through the party tricks and Foden
They
again.
don't believe in him. Oh!
Verbruggen gets down well.
It's got to be sad when you're the
And this sequence
like one of
set
the
up.
only, if not the only striker in the on the roster for a international team for your national side, and you're not getting chosen. I mean, to be fair, if it's Depay that's getting chosen over you,
England keep knocking on the door.
kind of you have an out for yourself and your confidence. I mean, but now you have Depay go down injured, and you're Weghorst on the bench thinking, oh, is this my chance? Am I going to get it? And then a central midfielder comes on for the striker.
Almost feels like they feel
in
like
Joey
they're playing with
Veerman.
house money. Like they can
I
just
mean,
get
what
the
am I?
ball
What do I
rolling,
know?
take some
What
more
do I
chances,
know?
Some more risks, and they look a much better
Check
team.
out Weghorst.
That's Veerman who can see a pass. He saw
I wonder what
Jack Grealish
Weghorst
break in
had,
behind.
what his stats looked like for Burnley. I guess,
Harry Kane, by the way, is now joint top scorer.
yeah.
With a
So,
few others
he was on loan. He
in the
didn't even
tournament
play for
on
Burnley
3, even when he's
this
had a
season.
quiet
He played for
tournament by his stats.
TSG Hoffenheim.
Gakpo is another
7 goals
on 3.
in 30 appearances. I guess that's not. That's pretty freaking bad. That's pretty bad for a
Left the top
striker.
deep. Trippier's trying to time his run over there.
7 goals in 30 matches. That's not the
Perfectly
return you
fouled.
want.
Bellingham now.
And so, if that's your return, maybe you're not too disappointed that you're not getting chosen
Van
over
Dijk to get it
a central
away.
midfielder when
They need
Depay
all
goes
his
down.
experience.
Here's Mainu.
Kobe Mainu.
He's gonna
Blocked
get
by
a.
Ake.
Nope, not gonna get a corner
So
for
good
that.
from Kobe Mainu. Anticipating, counter-pressing
Kobe
quickly
Mainu, man.
to
I
give
mean, just
England another
Kobe.
chance.
Sorry,
Look at that
Kobe
defending.
Mainu.
Excellent.
Dobby. Dobby is a free elf. If you guys are Harry Potter fans. But yeah,
Mainu again.
Mainu coming on, 18 years old,
Stones
doing work.
looking to hassle Daniel Malen.
I mean, what a boss. 18, right? He's
Full
18.
today.
19 now.
Strangely, Malen is
19.
the only player of
Okay,
these Euros
my bad.
who scored 2 goals in one game, and he did that as a substitute.
Ugh.
One of those little statistical oddities. Simons to feed it wide. That's
Ugh.
careless, really.
What is happening
Just
to
gave
the
ball
Netherlands
away
right
with-
now?
It's an easy
Just
ball,
really
wasn't it,
kind of
Dumfries?
crap in the bed, aren't they?
Danny Olmo's another on 3, by the way. There's a thoughtful-looking Ronald Koeman, scorer of a very controversial goal against England, because today he'd have been sent off for a professional foul. Somehow he only got a yellow in the incident. Went on to score a brilliant free kick in a World Cup qualifier. That's not been forgotten by some older England fans.
Like you.
Well, I'm one of them, but terrific footballer. I remember him going to Wembley and getting the winner for Barcelona in a Champions League final in 1992 against Sampdoria for Barcelona.
He had an early decision to make too with that substitution, and I think they were getting picked apart centrally. So he opted for Veerman instead of
Let's hear
maybe
what the
Weghorst or someone more attacking.
Commentators are
They're
saying
a
here.
little more secure through the center of the field, but they've given up a lot in the attack now by moving Xavi Simons over to that side, and they just don't look threatening anymore.
Here's Rice.
Oh,
So far in this tournament, but they do look dangerous today, all right. Bellingham under pressure from De Vrij. He's hard to knock off the ball. Bellingham plays it in. Kane had found a bit of space, but of course Van Dijk had read that.
I keep pausing. Might be trying to adjust the volume here of the stream.
Hope you're enjoying this terrific semi-final from the European
Yeah, it's been a
Championships.
good game so far.
You live from Dortmund in northwest Germany. Rice to Foden.
Foden on the ball.
Bellingham.
Here comes Bellingham. can pop off at any minute. Leaves it for Trippier.
Trippier
Okay,
coming
Netherlands
back again.
stuffing it. Declan Rice on it. Kyle Walker all the way in the middle.
Bellingham
Helping
again.
out. Here's Bellingham taking on
Reinders this time.
the Dutch defense to no avail.
This is a different England. Walker.
But yep, I will say this is a different England. This is definitely a better, much better England. Still narrow, still very narrow, but
You know about those runs. He likes to let go with the
showing
left
that they
foot.
can play narrow and still
Foden was in there again. Phil Foden looks
put the
determined to
defense under
score.
pressure
When that didn't result in a chance, I just saw him then kick the post in
and
frustration.
draw a penalty.
Well
Obviously,
determined to score.
get some
And
shots
England,
on goal. I
they
don't
just
know
look
how
a
many shots are on.
completely different team tonight, Ian. This is the team I think we've all been waiting to see.
Shots.
Well, this first half has flown by. Credit to the
4
Netherlands.
shots on target
They've
for
been
England
resilient. They want to
7
defend well,
total.
and they're still very much in this at 1-1.
Both teams still
Lot of
in
good
it.
Footballers.
Obviously, it's 1-1 right now.
Reinders back to Yeri Shelton. And Veerman as a kind of extra body in that central area now since the substitution. Mr. Fry again.
Van Dijk sort of not doing what he does for Liverpool for the Netherlands lately, it seems. Well, but they're pinned back, you know. He doesn't really have the
Game
time and
management going on here
space
for the Netherlands.
to put a
Might
ball
be
in.
Quite happy to go in at 1-1.
Let's see. It's kind of, I mean, he's a great defender because he's a great defender, but he's also good on the ball, isn't he, Van Dijk?
Tournament.
It's almost like having another midfielder who could just ping those balls down. Ake playing all the way up. Look at Ake. Kid thinks he's a left winger.
Here's Reinders. England's turn to defend. Reinders again.
Finally, the Netherlands having a little bit of possession.
Fries. So many interplayers.
I don't know what it is,
for this
baby.
tournament after their split
Koeman's
season
getting
in
it tactically
Italy.
wrong here, but England have been able to play a little bit more of their game than almost in any other fixture this tournament. Besides, like the very beginning of the tournament, the first 15 minutes they played
They've got another goal in them somewhere.
against what was it, Slovenia?
Well, both teams have looked like scoring plenty of goals tonight, so it'd be hard to
Slovenia
imagine, like
or
you said, that
Serbia
there's
or
not another goal in this
Slovakia.
somewhere.
I already forgot. I think it was Slovenia.
Xavi Simons again, named after the Barcelona legend, Xavi.
Crazy that you have. Makes me feel old, that's for sure. Oh, Ake doing work.
Against
Oh,
his
keeping it
Manchester City
alive. I
teammate
don't think it
Walker.
went out.
Walker's got to be careful he doesn't dive in. He didn't. Veerman with a cross in the little
You have a
back
Dutch
header
player. Oh, what was that?
from Ake, who
Dutch
stayed
player
forward.
Xavi Simons,
Too
named
much
after
on it, really.
the one and only
He did
Xavi.
so well to keep that initial ball in,
Pretty cool.
and then found himself in the middle of the box.
That's how much football means to
Gonna
these
wish
people.
he did better with that.
One of those that just skims off the top of the head might have done the trick there.
He needed less hair like me. A lot less. Hey, don't laugh at that.
He's got plenty.
Thank you.
That is hard
That'll
time,
be
a
that half.
terrific first half.
All right, guys.
An
So that's the
engrossing
half.
first half.
Pretty
Phil
exciting.
Foden wondering how
Still
he
1-1,
didn't
so it's
score.
anybody's match,
Xavi
and it
Simons
looks
putting the
like
Netherlands
England
ahead with a great goal.
definitely
Harry
raising the
Kane's
level for this
penalty,
game.
putting England
Just in time for the
level.
semifinals. Good for them.
Great game here and
Good
lots
for
of drama to
Southgate.
come
Maybe I'll
in
stop
this
calling for his
semi-final
removal and
as we
resignation,
hand it
but
back to Jules in the studio.
doubtful. Okay, so we're going to go to a waiting screen, and I will be back in maybe 10 minutes just before the second half starts to start talking and rambling as I've been doing until this point. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Hello, hello. We're back. I'm here.
With fast and fair claims handling and 24/7
Half is about to
help,
start.
you get
Nothing
more with Geico.
changed, it looks like.
Just like my family gets way more in a soccer chance than the
Doesn't
average
look
fan.
like there are any changes going on at the half. Still anybody's match. And if you're an England fan, this is probably the first match that England have actually played decently. So it's exciting. It's exciting. Maybe Gareth Southgate won't resign after this competition now, but he probably will. It's probably a wrap. I mean, I've been calling for his resignation every stream until now. I'm like, all right, doing something here, but I still don't agree with the way he's setting this side up. Pretty silly, pretty obviously silly to have such a narrowly set up squad. No real winger action on the right or the left. Just Saka cutting in, which is beautiful when obviously he scores amazing goals, and he does it for Arsenal and whatever, but you got to have somebody on the left, maybe with a left foot, that can put in some crosses. That's not the case. I mean, obviously you have Foden, who's floating, but he's not a winger, and he doesn't play like a winger. He's like a number 10, floating number 10.
With England as we head into this second half, we're hearing that there's going to be a change made by the Netherlands. We've seen Wout Weghorst getting ready to come on.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. It looks like the Netherlands are looking to change things up and bring on basically their only out-and-out striker, who is Weghorst. And although he does play for Burnley, or he's on the books at Burnley, he did not play for Burnley this past season. He played for Hoffenheim in Germany, and he had not such a great return. I think about 7 goals in 30 appearances. Not awesome, but he is a big, strong... I like this. I like this. I've been waiting for this. Luke Shaw on for Kieran Trippier. Southgate. Watch how this opens up now. Kissing the
Yeah,
cross.
thanks a lot, Jules. Thanks for the
I've been
chat.
waiting for
Use of
this.
substitutions.
We've all been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this before everybody else was waiting for this. I'm that guy. I liked the band before all the other people liked the band. And by the band, I mean, not that I love Luke Shaw, but definitely think this is going to make a big difference for England here. Luke Shaw on for England in place of Kieran Trippier. And,
Free kick routine, you might remember.
or not yet. He hasn't come on yet, it looks like. But Weghorst is on. And who was off there? Who came off?
I'm not sure about this. I think
Who the heck
I
came
feel
off?
like the initial
Malen.
substitution was a mistake by Ronald Koeman, and this one is strange now too. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I
It
do
just
think the
changing
initial
Malen for
substitution, the commentator's
Weghorst
talking
don't
about
change
it.
anything tactically. Simon's still on this right side.
I don't know why this
It's a strange
commentator is saying it doesn't change anything. I mean, yeah, it does change things tactically. I mean, maybe not in terms of the formation, but in terms of what you can achieve tactically. Yes, having somebody who's like having a big, strong striker instead of whoever was up there before Simons playing down the middle. I mean, yeah, it changes tactically what's going on. I don't know how you could even say that personally.
bizarre substitution.
Why is that a bizarre substitution?
League goals in 4 years.
Why is that a bizarre substitution?
And he can memorize every single one of them. Even went on a
What are you
TV
talking
show
about?
to prove it.
How is that? Somebody tell me how that's a bizarre
Knows which
substitution.
square inch of the
When
net he hit
you
with the
don't
shots
have
or
possession, you're conceding the majority of possession to the opposition. You are not completing as many passes as the opposition.
up there.
I guess it was Landon Donovan saying it's a bizarre substitution. I mean, he should know, right? Who the heck am I? But how is that a bizarre substitution to bring on an actual striker? How does that not change anything tactically? To bring on an actual striker who's the only striker in your side, on your roster. I mean, unless you consider Memphis to buy a striker.
With that substitution is when you make the sub at halftime, it doesn't count as one of the 3 stoppages where you're allowed to make
Yeah.
substitutions. So if you thought
They're
about
called
subbing Malen
moments.
at some point,
They're called
maybe
moments
you figured might as
for
well just get him off
substitutions. You have
now.
3 moments and 5 substitutions, and if you make the substitution at halftime, you don't use up one of your moments. Makes perfect sense. But I just don't understand how anybody could say that bringing on the only striker in your roster is not a change tactically to what you're doing. Yeah, it's not been working for Netherlands, actually. It's not been working as well as things have been working for Netherlands in the past. I do think something's going on in terms of tactics because, and I think England are definitely benefiting from that. Because and I don't think all of a sudden England have just learned how to play together. I think Southgate tweaked something that I'm not seeing, that we're not seeing. That or it's that the Netherlands, Koeman just got tactics wrong. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I've never been terribly convinced of Koeman as a manager. Amazing player in his day, but as a manager. Definitely. I mean, I don't think Barcelona fans liked him there. I mean, maybe they appreciate him as a former Barcelona player. Yeah, I haven't been convinced. He wasn't great at Everton. He wasn't great at Everton, and he wasn't great at Barcelona. Where else did he manage? I forget.
Shaw's last game for Manchester United
So,
was way back on February the 18th against Luton
Barcelona, Everton, right, Southampton.
Muscle injury ever since then, and it's
Never
taken him
really
longer than they
convinced
expected
of
to
his ability as a
be
manager,
fit for these European
unfortunately.
Championships. It was a bit of a punt picking him, but they felt it was a punt they could afford.
It's just facts. He didn't really produce results. Maybe at I don't even think he was good at Southampton. And Southampton at that time were kind of, every manager that went in kind of looked good. That's where Pochettino got his start, got his plaudits. But they were, they were looking good with everybody that came in, if I remember correctly. And you had Hasenhüttl,
play.
I wonder where
England's
Hasenhüttl is.
last
Does anybody know
four
where Hasenhüttl
knockout
is?
ties
Where is Hasenhüttl?
have
Ralf
gone to extra
Hasenhüttl.
time.
Hasenhüttl.
You're going to give Jules and Daniel
Whatever happened to
anxiety
them?
with that comment. And a lot of England fans. Well, all
No,
England
not
fans.
Roman Hasenhüttl. Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Every trend is there to be
Is it
broken.
with an F or a PH?
Just
There he
saying,
is.
That's all.
Wolfsburg. Okay. Just random aside, was wondering what happened to him.
Dumfries. More work for him to do. Gave away a penalty, cleared off the line,
So,
hit the bar
stats.
in the first half.
Second half stats. Already better for the Netherlands. Evening it out. As opposed to the first half. Not very even. 63% possession to England.
So first semi-final
Way
for
more
the
shots on
Netherlands,
target,
10
more shots
years
period,
since they did it under
more,
Louis van
way
Gaal.
more passes,
In Brazil at the
282
World Cup,
passes, 92%
2014.
accuracy versus the 160 at the
first
Netherlands
semi in the Euros
for the
20
Netherlands in the
years.
first half. Second half already looking better. I don't know how Landon Donovan could possibly say. I get it. It's 6 minutes in or whatever, but I still don't understand how anybody could say putting Weghorst, the only striker on the roster, in at halftime is not going to change anything tactically. It's just a throwaway, stupid comment in my opinion.
Did really well there, John Stones.
What do I know?
Foden wants it fed into him.
Been involved in the game refereeing for 10 years, but never played the game.
Foden's going back to front for
Not very
their
good at playing the
Manchester
game.
City exploits.
Landon Donovan, great star. Well, great American star. I want to say great American star. Appreciate him very much. One of the players to sort of break out for America and Europe. Not the first, obviously, but definitely one of the great American players, or great by American standards, American players
Saka.
to break into Europe. He played for Everton and Fulham. Did he play for anybody else?
Bellingham.
I want to say he only played for
Foden, it's all a bit tight.
Landon
Shaw, early ball in.
Donovan.
Dumfries
Yeah.
gets the block
Who
on.
did he play for? Played for Fulham for sure. Pretty sure he played for Everton. Yep. Oh, I totally
Spain
made Fulham up,
waiting in the
actually. He
final
never
and in
played for
supreme
Fulham.
form
He only played for
of
Everton.
this tournament. Will be favourites,
And he was
whoever they
only
play
on
among
loan.
these two.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Wow, the things you misremember, eh? And he managed? San Diego
Foden.
Loyal? I don't even know who that is.
Kane. Van Dijk sticky to
Oh, it was
right
one of his
blue.
own
Reinders looking to
teams.
break
Wonder-
away. Right
Probably didn't
straight
even
to
play.
foul, and he
Definitely
couldn't
didn't play in the
manage to do
MLS.
that. Simons, orange shirts,
Interesting.
pouring forward.
Okay.
Mainu got a tackle
Back to
in
the
there.
game. Back to the
But
game.
Passing movement breaks down.
Again, Netherlands sort of changing things a little bit in the second half.
Xavi Simons is just not as comfortable on this side, and he also doesn't have,
England
doesn't have the
starting to
chemistry
edge it.
with Dumfries on this
again.
side. You can see it there. They both thought the other was going to.
But again, yeah, England making, in my opinion, a good, really good change in bringing Luke Shaw on for Kieran Trippier. Not that I don't like Kieran Trippier. I'm definitely a fan of Kieran Trippier.
This game's
Just
beautifully
I don't
poised.
like him on the left for England,
Where's the
especially
next
when
goal?
you don't have any out-and-out wingers at
If we're to get one,
at
of
the
course.
top of the pitch.
Kobe Mainu
Oh, that's not going to come out for Kobe.
working there in a broom cupboard, really, wasn't he?
Nearly got out of it too.
Nearly did get out of it, Kobe Mainu. He is a player. He has been doing a great job since he came.
Bit of
On
trial and
for-
error
since
about,
he replaced
Ross's partner
Alexander
in the
Arnold.
central area.
Great job. I
His
mean,
championship
relatively
friend
great
Alexander
job.
Arnold was given the role, and then Conor Gallagher
But
for a while.
uh,
But I think Mainu's made that spot
but
his own
still,
now,
you know,
for the time being anyway.
even though I will, you know, you have to give it to England. This game, have changed the narrative a little bit here. Still not very good. Not as good as they could be, I would say. It almost seems like Netherlands is more bad than England is good today. Which is saying a lot about Koeman right now.
Yeah, there's no question, and the substitutions have played a little bit into that, but I think both teams, after the hectic first half, managers for sure thought, okay, we can't continue to play this way, even though as fans we all wanted to see it continue. I think they both fear set in a little bit, and both are certainly a little more cautious to start the second half.
Commentator talking about how that first half was a little too open for either of the managers' liking, and both seeming to want to shut it down a little bit, close it up, tighten up. But I don't think that the substitutions really reflect that. I think more, if anything, the substitutions reflect wanting to open it up a little bit. Holland, the Netherlands, I should say, wanting to add a striker to their lineup, which didn't exist. And Southgate wanting to add a little bit of width to the lineup, to the tactical approach. And it makes sense. Look what they can do now. I mean, they have a nice 3 at the back padding, and they can that will allow Luke Shaw to get forward, and he is. And the experience of Shaw, I mean, to be fair, Trippier, great experience, the lad. Great experience. But Shaw has that experience as well at top level, and I think it's the better choice to have a left back at the left wing back position, and Shaw can go forward. Hell yeah, Shaw can go forward, and he's tough as hell. He's actually very strong. He's a big boy, as Mourinho used to allude to.
Early on, because they were getting a lot of joy. Once Xavi Simons came to this side, it's clear that
Look where Kane is coming back.
for England was to cut out Cody Gakpo, and they've done a good job of that.
Here we go, Walker. Put it in. Put it in, buddy. Nope. Blocked.
The Netherlands are defending deep and well.
Menu chugging along, getting around the pitch.
That would be a repeat of the 2010 World Cup final, won by Spain with an Andres Iniesta goal. Foden.
Foden is really floating, isn't he? Can Kane hold on to this? Nope.
Again, resilient defending. Later tonight, it's the last of our semi-finals for this summer of soccer.
Something about Kane's haircut not working. I feel like he cut it a little short, and it's a little too short for his face.
1 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific tonight. As the Copa America boils towards its climax on Sunday. Same day as
Wow,
the Euro
Netherlands really having
Germany in Berlin
no
will be off on the train tomorrow.
effect, no say really here in the possession. I mean, they're really giving up all the possession here to England. Comes Kane. No foul there.
He was never going to get one.
Seems to be settling in to exactly what happened first half. England controlling the match, and Netherlands sitting back, absorbing non-penetrating pressure from England.
Moved to London when he was 1 year old. Bellingham dropping deep.
This is getting boring, isn't it? First half was good. This is a little bit of meh. You really get the feeling this is going to penalties if it stays this way.
I remember him being picked for
Definitely
the
going to
World
extra
Cup
time.
squad when he was 18 10 years ago in Brazil.
Only in the 60th minute. Things can change at any time.
Like a lot of players in England, started at the Southampton Academy.
What is this ball? What was that? From Stones. Here comes Gakpo. Woo! Dangerous. Seeing getting his head up, seeing Dumfries down the right. Good ball in. Oh no, a little too much. A little too much hot sauce. Little too much hot sauce on that.
This is the most we've seen out of Cody Gakpo. Really the entire
Yeah,
match.
Gakpo has been really uninvolved. You'd expect him to have a little bit more effect on the game. That was the first time we're seeing him take responsibility and attack the defense. There's a little bit of space on that counterattack, but
half of his goals for the Netherlands have come in major tournaments. Foden wants better movement ahead of him. Slightly
the Netherlands are really sitting back, though.
Just not quite the same tempo about England as we were seeing in the first half when their football was, well, pretty exhilarating, really.
You have to remember they've played an hour more soccer than the Netherlands have with their 2 extra times, plus the emotions of penalties. So I did wonder in the beginning of the game, how long are they going to be able to keep up this energy?
Yeah, this is a good point from, I believe it's Landon Donovan. I mean, England have played a lot more football recently than the Netherlands have, and they've had to deal with the emotional strain of PKs. And yet they look the more spry and the more springy team today until this moment. Maybe they're starting to lose the pep in their step this second half, and maybe Netherlands can do something about it, but so far we're not seeing it. We're seeing England do exactly what they did in the first half, at least in terms of possession, taking about 70% of the possession and passing the ball a lot more than Netherlands.
He who dares wins, maybe. Calculated gambles to be taken by the coaches.
Ian Dark says, he who dares wins, perhaps. And you could sort of see that could also be he who dares loses. But so far, you're not really seeing much daring from the Netherlands. If anything, maybe England is a little bit more daring. I think Netherlands just wants to pop that ball up to Weghorst and bring the rest of so he can bring the rest of the team into it. I mean, they're not trying to pass the ball around too much.
Stefan de Vrij for Denzel Dumfries.
Trying to get there and ooh, he's calling for a card.
Must have been big movie fans.
Simon's calling for a card there, eh? Look like it. That can get you booked real quick, especially if I'm on the pitch refereeing. Not happy about that. Once, maybe you get a warning. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He's going to say, settle down, Mr. Simons. Or, oh, he's saying, bring that ball back. Bring that ball back. And now he's saying, wait for the whistle, buddy. This is a ceremonial free kick. If you guys don't know that, it's called a ceremonial free kick. If you get the foul, you get the decision, you may take the ball, you may take the free kick quickly. You don't need a whistle for that, unless the referee stops it for some other reason. You don't need a whistle for that to play the ball quickly. That's the rule. And if for one reason or another, a ceremonial free kick is established, the referee will say, whistle, whistle, You wait for the whistle. You wait for the whistle. And trust me, when I was early in my refereeing career, I learned very quickly that you don't want to forget to make it very, very clear. Whistle, 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 whistle. Wait for the whistle. Wait for the whistle. Because guess what? If they don't wait for the whistle, they kick it and it goes in, which has happened to me. You got to call it off. And that doesn't go over well. That does not go over well. Oh. So, good referees. Say whistle, whistle, whistle on the ceremonial free kicks. Or experienced referees. Should see that from every single referee on TV. Look at these guys, orange fans.
Not nearly as dangerous. That was Virgil van Dijk on the end of that. He did get his first Liverpool goal in a Merseyside derby past Jordan Pickford.
I'll say this. I think if it goes to PKs, it also favors it also favors England. I mean, Pickford is a pretty darn good PK saver. Weghorst. Oh. John Stones going down. Get hit in the ear. Yeah, you don't want to get hit in the ear. Oh, he got elbowed. Oof.
His elbows
yeah.
right at the height of John Stones' face. Doesn't get him a lot.
Hey, Ronald Koeman going crazy. Bro, you messed up today, Koeman. Looks like Koeman messed up. To me.
7 goals in the Bundesliga for Hoffenheim this
I can't tell you what he messed up, but it looks like he messed up.
He's a bit of a half boots will travel kind of character is Weghorst. Here's Bellingham.
Mainu's silky, man.
Here's Walker. England just struggling to find the cohesion they showed in
Mainu's got that
half.
youthful confidence.
Well,
Nobody can stop him.
Weghorst.
Oh, nice challenge from Stones. But now he's got to get back in position, and he's probably about there. Gakpo looking to counter-strike quickly. I mean, it seems to be his game today. Not getting it off very, very much, but when he has, he's looked threatening.
Xavi Simons. And Van Dijk, I think, generally reckoned to be the best defender in the Premier League over the last 5 or 6 years.
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Ake now.
Netherlands seeming to do a little bit more now. Ooh, good ball by Gakpo. Pickford had to handle it. He had to take care of that. That's a good ball.
Pickford had to be careful there.
Yeah, Pickford had to deal with it. And now you got this big boy Weghorst in. Can he do something? Can Van Dijk do something here on this corner kick? I think the Dutch are the tallest people in the world on average.
Just about halfway through the second half.
I think that's the truth.
1-1.
Let's check that out. Tallest, average,
Joey Veerman, who came on as a sub halfway through the first half. A good-looking delivery, and the referee has seen some pushing and shoving he doesn't like and gives a free kick to England.
Dutch people nailed it.
Yeah, you can see as Declan Rice trying to hold Weghorst. Weghorst just looks like a little cuddle, I think.
Yeah, pretty tall. Pretty tall, the Dutch.
Yeah.
Pretty tall. I'm about average, and I mean, I feel short, honestly, but I have a little brother who's very tall. He's about the size of Weghorst, maybe even a little taller. But generally, I feel kind of small in the States. I guess I'm taller than the average, but in Holland, in the Netherlands, I'm a little on the short side of average. But so there you go.
Looking to drop this one in behind for Jude Bellingham.
Dutch are tall.
And it's a goal kick in the end. Well, Bellingham clearly thought that had taken him out of the game. But he was too much taken a
Let's see here. Was
little
it?
flick
Did it take a little flick?
off Charlton there, didn't he?
Nah,
Because he let it run.
I don't think it did touch
Ref
Shoughton
didn't
at
agree,
all.
though.
Yeah, I'm not sure it touched him. It's hard for a referee to see that anyway.
It is hard for the referee to see those.
I think that was the first little interplay we'd seen between Jude Bellingham and the
We get held to very high
referee. Had the
standards.
incident with
I
3 years
mean,
ago.
you've got how many referees on the pitch here? It's at least
Away by
4.
Sheffield time to Rice.
Not on the pitch, but you know what I mean. On the pitch, or on or around the pitch. It's at least 4. I believe in the Premier League it's 6. And then you have VAR as well. The VAR doesn't get involved, obviously, in corner kick, goal kick, ball out of play situation. Doesn't happen. It would be kind of cool if it did, honestly. Why not? If they could manage to... I know everybody hates VAR, but I'm actually one of the proponents of VAR, and I actually think we should have more VAR. We should have more VAR. Why can't a referee in the studio
Nicely measured for
just
Simons.
give the referee
Behind
a
right,
tip
this
if the referee's gotten the goal kick or the corner kick wrong? Why can't they do that? I mean, I don't know the answer to that question.
Looks like there's a lot of cul-de-sacs
I
out
know
there at
I
the
would
moment, isn't
I
there?
would prefer that. Why not? I would prefer it when I'm refereeing
Yeah,
to
it
get
also
the
looks
call
like
right
England are
every
starting to
single
have some
time.
heavy legs.
And
remember, it
you know,
rained
a
earlier,
big
the
part of
field's
refereeing
a
is
bit heavier than
weighing
they're used to.
match flow.
Going in there with De Vrij. What's the referee going to do here? It is
Oh, here's a
yellow.
yellow card. Yeah, it is considering match flow. Always
Out of that.
consider match flow.
Remember all the previous yellow cards.
So I can understand, but I don't understand why you can't just have a referee in the VAR room on the radio saying, nope, actually that was a corner kick. Oh, okay. No goal kick, corner kick.
Thin ice within this game.
What's the
now.
problem with that?
God, that looked a lot more painful, I think, than it was, thankfully. But he was a second late there, and I
Here
think
goes
happy to
Netherlands
see
again.
yellow.
You know,
Yeah, I think
kind of,
Southgate might have
you
just
kind
had
of
a
get the feeling
sign
that
of his
England's going to
target
shit the
about
bed
that,
like they usually do. Even though they're
Quite
sort of,
okay.
I want to say, they definitely have the edge in this game. Definitely the stats show that they have the edge. They seem to be controlling it. Although it's sort of started to go a little bit. Netherlands have been gaining a little bit of steam. They're in a moment
Don't forget
here.
this Sunday on
They're
Fox.
definitely having a moment here.
Great day of football for you, starting the day with the Euro
Increase the number of
2024
passes they have.
Championship
Increase the
1
amount of
o'clock
possession
Eastern
they
time, 10
have.
a.m.
They
Pacific.
have in this half.
Spain waiting to play the winner of this one.
Even though it's not quite on par with
America
England's
tomorrow at
58%
7
to
p.m.
England,
4 p.m.
and 161
Pacific time.
passes, accurate passes to 112 accurate passes from the Netherlands, but
Manu again turns intelligently into the space.
but definitely Netherlands starting to impose themselves a little tiny bit.
Shaw's not getting forward as much as Trippier did, is he?
Yeah, you know that's actually true. The commentator is just mentioning.
But as England get more comfortable into this part of the field,
Shaw really isn't getting up that much. He's not really getting much action. He's not, and maybe that's because the team is not used to having that outlet
but in
there.
their early build-out, he's not, no.
They're not used to having a freaking actual fullback that can get forward and put crosses in from the left.
Again, and stays down.
What happened there with Saka?
Foden's had something to say to the referee.
Is Ake of Nigerian
Well, Ake
descent
is
too?
such
I don't remember.
A good 1v1 defender, and the
think-
reason
I
he
think
can
Saka's
play
of
this way and
Nigerian
this tight
descent,
to Bukayo Saka is 'cause he has the pace
and I
to
think
recover if he
also
needs to.
Ake is.
Most
Let's
defenders
find out
Saka's
if they
played
say
against
this.
back off him and back off and back off
Okay,
and
so
let him
yeah,
run at him.
by the way,
Saka
Ake
hasn't had the chance to
was
rise
in
up
the
and
Chelsea
run at him.
youth system. He was in the was in the Chelsea youth system,
Says the referee, Gakpo.
not just a young player coming into the first team.
Just about.
Where's his early life? Early life. Early life.
From Pickford out to Bellingham.
Let's see early life here.
No,
Born.
went on the play.
Okay, it doesn't say anything about
Well,
his
this was an
heritage.
all-or-nothing challenge from Kyle Walker. Just got it right. If that falls to Gakpo, he's in.
Okay.
Big
But
chance
Saka,
taken,
I
but it paid
wonder.
off for Kyle Walker.
Bukayo
And if
Saka.
that gets called a foul, there would have been an argument
Is he of Nigerian
for
descent?
it being deemed the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, but he got it right.
Okay, yeah. Nigerian. And he was born... Oh no, he was born in Greater London. Yoruba, Nigerian, and... Yep. Nigerian parents. Okay.
Reinders.
Great.
Is Gakpo
Yoruba.
just starting to do a little bit more and be a little more influential.
I saw a hilarious reel
Yerdy Shelton.
of a Nigerian dude just watching Saka. I gotta pull that up. My computer is probably gonna just die if I do, so maybe I won't. But it's a Nigerian
Dumfries.
person just watching Saka about to take his penalty going, in Jesus' name, Saka, you will put this, you will bury this, you will score this penalty kick. In Jesus' name.
Just that bit fresher.
And then when he scores, he's like,
When you
amen.
made that about England playing the extra minutes with the extra
So
times.
good. Respect, bro. Respect.
Dumfries, England quite content to sit in here.
Yeah, the Netherlands they look fresh just in their movement. Schouten, Veerman obviously coming on. Reinders, Simons, they're just a lot more active in there, and you can see the England legs starting to get heavier and heavier. And
Yep.
Gareth Southgate, remember, doesn't sub a lot, so they've played a lot of minutes.
Definitely
Ake with the early
seems
ball in, away
Netherlands
from
starting
Rice.
to change the momentum just a little bit. Keeping the ball a little bit longer.
If the Netherlands are smart,
Keeping the pressure on just a little bit more. Do a little refresh here on the possession. See what's going on there. Still favors England, but only just 58%. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to extra time. It feels that way. It feels like,
Here's De Vrij again.
or you're going to have an England shitting the bed situation. Could happen.
Reinders. Patient probing by the Dutch side here. Gakpo up against Walker. Nice
Comes
little ball
Gakpo.
in
Ooh,
towards
these
the
are
back corner.
dangerous. Ooh!
Once again, just hit
Yeah,
it into
these
the
are
ground.
dangerous
Lost
balls
all
in
pace
from
on it.
Gakpo. He's putting it.
Well, they're just starting to get forward and create
He's
chances
really got
now.
a good
And as this ball
early
fell to
ball
Simons,
that he's been putting in a couple
you're waiting
times.
for something special
Back
to happen
post.
in the end.
With a little bit of bend on it.
Pulled his head up, didn't stay down and watch it, and ultimately just chopped it into the ground, into the grateful arms of Jordan Pickford.
Bellingham with the flick on.
Oof.
England have been experts
Hot in this room.
at this tournament.
Lights,
at
the
getting
lights.
themselves
It's
out of
burning
tight
me.
corners, notably against Slovakia. Rescued seconds from the end by Jude Bellingham's overhead kick and then winning it in extra time. And then a late goal against Switzerland.
Ollie Watkins getting ready to come on. Not a bad change. And my boy,
Watkins
Cold Palmer.
as well, just a fresh
Let's
England. I think they
go.
need this.
Let's go, my boy.
Just very
Cold.
interesting. Watkins
Definitely
ahead
want
of
to get
Ivan
him
Toney.
on for PKs.
So,
No
certainly
question
there was
about
a
that. Oop,
type of game
Netherlands.
Watkins was here for, and Gareth Southgate
Well, can
thinks
England
this
do
is it.
something on the counter attack here? Here goes Shaw. Is he going to put it in the corner? He will. Early
Good ball in,
cross.
but Virgil
Bad
van Dijk's
cross.
there. Here's Walker,
Just want to see some
feeling this could tilt
strong,
either way.
wide, deep crosses. Why not? Why not? Especially when the game is tightened up and you need something a little different. Why not? Yeah, why not give that to Kyle Walker here? Yes! Yes! Oh, offsides. Is it? It will be reviewed. It will be reviewed. It will be reviewed. Maybe Kyle Walker was offside.
When Kyle Walker watches this back, he's going to be so disappointed, although that is very close. He didn't need that extra step. He tried to hold his run. We'll see. Boy, was that close.
It's maybe given. I don't know.
And confirmed, I think, offside. I saw the ref's lips.
there's a moment of drama.
Wow. Wow. Confirmed offsides, eh?
Prepare these substitutions. Watkins
Kane and Foden out.
Looks like Phil Foden.
I'm not opposed to this.
Very bright in the
Oh, wow.
first
I
half.
don't have my game time on, man. Oops. There it is.
Looks like Harry Kane might be coming off as well.
The whole half there. Yeesh. Well, not many people have been in here, to be fair, today. A little slow, but
Ollie Watkins.
I'm sticking to it.
Splendid season for Aston Villa. 19 Premier League goals and 13 assists.
Not opposed to these changes.
And just back to that disallowed goal. Kyle Walker, with all his experience, he needed to wait just a split second. He didn't need the extra space. He'll be disappointed when he watches that back because he knows that was a chance lost.
Just wonder, don't you, with the early substitution of Kane, whether he is carrying a bit of an injury through these championships. Weghorst with the header down and
Netherlands,
Shaw is across.
definitely big sigh of relief there, eh?
Xavi Simons took a little painful knock there. I think he's okay.
9 minutes left in regulation.
Well, can Watkins make an impression here in the Kane role?
It's interesting, like,
He's come a long way from
what
the
has Southgate seen that he chooses Watkins this time instead of Tony? And what did he see last time that he chose to bring Tony on instead of Watkins?
Here he is playing for England at the Euros.
I don't know. They're obviously very different players, but
He's a good lad too, never forgotten his roots.
they both can do a little bit. They're both pretty complete strikers. They can do their hold up play. They can run in behind. They can score headers, and they can score, strikers goals from the feet. And I've seen Tony score many on right and left. I don't know about Watkins, but maybe it's the. I think Watkins has more experience at the highest level in England, even though I think he's younger than Tony.
He's got a chance from the bench.
Refresh here.
Watkins couldn't make that one stick.
Maybe Watkins is a little faster. I don't know if England needs speed at the moment. Load.
Will feel it's about time they were
Load.
in another big final, the 1988.
Our computer is crapping out on me.
3 World Cup finals.
The good news is I do have another computer that is much more powerful, and I will be setting it up soon to stream this show. And then I can show all types of stuff.
Lost the final again 4 years later in Argentina and again in 2010.
Without it exploding.
Reinders doing
I
well.
think. It should.
Build-up play here, Ackers.
Ooh, good play from the Netherlands.
For England.
Will they make England play here?
On the end of it here.
Ooh, we got shouts for handball.
Gehi.
Looks a little weak,
Very well
but it will be reviewed because it is a potential penalty. Anything that is a potential penalty. But if the ball just kicks up and hits him in the hands, yeah, that's not a penalty. It's never going to be a penalty.
Either he gets there, he opens up space for someone else. But a really well-worked move by the Dutch.
Really slow stream today. Jeez. Where is everybody? Probably working. That's the thing. People actually work? Oh my gosh, that's a surprise to me.
England apparently
Don't see a
prepared
lot
to
of it
bide
these
their
days,
time.
not gonna lie.
Stones. Watkins have made an interesting run there.
Good defense from
Schouten
Schouten there.
very composed, isn't he, in that midfield for the Netherlands.
Wow, Simons is really appealing.
England get the free kick. Bellingham tries to whip up the crowd.
I can't stand
I
that.
can see why he gave the free kick. Simons goes in, his cleats exposed.
Better watch it. If I'm that referee, I'm telling
100% of the ball,
Simons,
and
hey,
that's
buddy,
why he was frustrated.
this is borderline cautionable. I don't think you want to get cautioned here, buddy.
Coming up for the last 5 minutes.
For
of the
dissent.
90. Is there to be late drama this
Ooh, that was a full 2-footed tackle, like scissor tackle there from Kabi Menu. I don't know. That looked pretty bad. I think he might pull a yellow for that one.
Getting the free kick as well.
Or was it Saka? That could be a yellow kick, the yellow card there.
You see Ake there around the left, made about
He
a
goes
40-yard
down.
run
Okay, no, that was later.
to help Gakpo. Little
Definitely a
push by
little shove
Saka,
from Saka.
and now a big chance for the
Kind of
Netherlands
tactical, but
with only a few minutes left to play.
yeah, he's not getting yellow for that. But oh, is he? Is that for dissent?
And the yellow card shown. Remember,
Yeah.
Bellingham had picked up
Yeah.
one earlier on.
But honestly, there was like a little scissor tackle there early in that play. I think whoever that was, I believe it was Mainu, got away with it. 'Cause that didn't look good to me, honestly.
Just confirmed that, yeah.
This is dangerous territory. Gakpo, man. He can bury these, can he? Oh, he's not taking it. Shouten's taking it?
From the set piece.
Yeah, they're going for a header.
Van Dijk was
Yeah, they're
attacking
not
it.
getting it.
Goes behind for what's the decision here?
Goal kick. Yeah, that was not a bad free kick there.
Van Dijk.
But look at the amount of shirt pulling going on there.
Well, a few things
I honestly,
It's a corner kick. Van Dijk's right.
it's tough to give a penalty for those types of things. I will say that it's very tough to give a penalty
Or maybe Weghorst.
when the shirt pulling and everything is in tight and it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other there. But
To rise above the two of them.
I wish we could give penalties for that. I wish it was easier to give a penalty for that.
Yellow.
But
Captain is allowed
yeah,
to have a
it's just not
conversation.
part of the game, and
Conversation
I'm
was
not going to
too
change it.
far.
I mean, it is my decision when I'm on the pitch, but
Liverpool man who will have a Dutch
there's a
coach
reason why they aren't given.
next season in Arne Slot, arriving from fine order at Anfield.
But I'll go in there and I'll warn the guy. I'll be like, look, I'm not giving a penalty there. It's borderline.
Fair to say the Dutch
You know,
have carried the
maybe
weight
that's a
of
foul
pressure
somewhere
in
else
the
in the
second
pitch.
half.
To
England
Stones,
lost
like,
their fizz.
or whoever the center back is. Obviously, I'm not refereeing John Stones. But I might go over to them and say, hey, I saw that shirt pull. If I see that again, I'm going to give a penalty. Just don't want to see it. And then we'll see
Walker wide to
what
Saka.
happens. But
Closely
I might say
attended
that,
as
you
ever
know.
by Ake. They've kept him
Definitely
much,
to
much
the,
quieter in
if
this
the
second half.
attacking player
Saka's ball,
is
good-looking
grabbing
right
on the
short.
shirt and stuff. I
His
mean,
control was
there
immaculate.
it's easy. It's easy. You just give it going the other way. But here's Palmer. Oh, couldn't do it. Jeez, on his left foot.
He's been dead-eyed for Chelsea.
But yeah, I'll tell him, look, there's tussling there. I'll be like, look, listen, buddy. You're pushing in on the goalkeeper. I'm just going to give it the other way. I'm just going to give it the other way if you do that. So
You expected a lot better from him there.
he's not. Did you, though?
That was like a golf shank, that one. Not like Palmer, not the way he's played this last season with 22 Premier League goals to his name.
Lefty.
A few of those the other day, Ian. You set
Forget
me
that
up.
sometimes.
It happens all the time.
Oh, he's 21. When was he born?
And we lost.
Cole Palmer Wiki. It's his birthday. I feel like he just turned. No, okay, he's 22 since
Flick it on.
May 6th. Okay.
Play will be pulled back as Gakpo looked
To be fair, I think this referee is pretty much having a good game.
referee.
Haven't had much to complain about. In the beginning, I think he could have played on for Kyle Walker and one, but I haven't seen much. He's pretty much bang on this match, and it's really not easy to referee such high stakes games. It really isn't easy.
They're not at the center of controversy.
It looked like quite a soft
The
one.
intensity of everything, I mean. But doing a good job, doing a good job.
Palmer.
Oh, they definitely want to get tight to Palmer because he will humiliate you in a flash.
to grab the glory late.
It's part of the greatness of Palmer, of a player like Palmer.
The prize
He could just
will
totally
likely be much
deflate the
bigger.
opposition. You could just
Place in the
humiliate them.
final.
And it changes the game for your team. It hypes up your team. It deflates the opposition. Maybe frustrates and angers them, so they
Stones.
do something they really shouldn't, and then the game really changes when the referee has to do something he doesn't want to necessarily do.
Here is
And
Palmer.
what I'm talking about is, red cards, yellow cards,
Ollie
whatever.
Watkins here.
Oh!
How about that?
Ollie Watkins! Wow. That's not going to be offsides. Wow. What a... Ooh. And of course Simons is finally getting his yellow card for dissent. Wow. That is... really left it for the end. Oh. Simons is already crying. Wow.
Sensational.
Who expected it? Ollie Watkins
Substitute.
be England's hero.
Scores his first tournament goal, and it
But
looks
I
like a
mean, you
winner.
wouldn't not expect it. The kid
Well, you
is
just
good.
talked about him not forgetting his roots.
Let's see here.
I think he's got wings now. He's gonna fly.
Wow.
Turns in the box.
That
His
angle
movement
is
was great.
no. That is a great
Big
goal.
mistake by De Vrij. Opening his legs here. Never ever do that. And Ollie Watkins
Oh.
smashes it inside the
5-hole.
post,
Just megs him.
leading England
Wow.
to glory. Probably the European Championship final.
Wow.
That is a moment he will never, ever forget.
What a goal by Watkins. What
Right
a
out of
goal.
nowhere. Xavi Simons got a yellow card amid the hullabaloo that followed. Esri Konsa is coming on for
Xerxes.
England, and there's a couple of changes
Brobby.
for the Netherlands. Joshua Zirkzee, the
Who
striker,
the
is on
hell
his
is
way to
Brobby?
Manchester United, and Brian Brobby, the Ajax striker as well.
Brian Brobby. You did good. Parents naming him.
Conor Gallagher coming on for England.
Brian Brobby.
But England look
Say
like
that
they've
10
done
times
it
fast.
late again.
Brian Brobby. Brian Brobby.
All the criticism
It's not
Gareth
easy.
Southgate has received. Subs on Ollie Watkins.
Poor
Man hasn't
Netherlands.
played a
Wow.
minute, and he goes on to score.
Got to
the
give it to
likely
England.
winner here. Somebody's
Whoo-wee.
looking like a genius now.
Wow.
The Dutch
It might be going home, ladies and gents. It might be going home.
Manu coming off of England, about to make it.
Can England beat Spain? I mean, Spain is so much better than England. Let's be real.
It's
Wow,
taking a
2
long
minutes
time
of
to get the game
minimum, a
restarted.
minimum of
It
2
will
extra
carry
minutes.
on.
And pretty much
There really
the
isn't
celebration
much
has
that comes
lasted.
at all once it does
It,
restart.
I mean, the goal was, what, just after the 90th?
The Netherlands are lining up.
Just into the
basically like an
91st?
NFL kickoff here.
This looks
We're
over.
gonna roll this back to
But,
Verbruggen.
I mean, I hope this referee gives the full, just about at least 2 minutes here of extra.
Well, it's saying just
extra
2 minutes
stoppage
to be
time,
added.
right?
We've had that.
Wow.
But of course there's been a big delay
You better
in
not
this.
blow here. I
The
mean,
goal
I
and
hate it when they
celebrations
don't give that time.
until the
That was
game
like, the
restarts
celebration
again.
lasted 2
They've
minutes
gotta get
there.
it forward and quickly.
The entire
Fair
England team was
course
on the
to put it
pitch.
on again. Rice to try and win it for England here. Tremendous bit of play by him in the circumstances.
Ooh, that's good. That's it. There you go. Well done by
What's a substitution
Netherlands having to
by
risk it
Gareth
all a little bit.
Southgate. Kane off,
I
Watkins
really
on,
hope this
and he goes and does that.
referee gives them.
Wait to see what
He's
the
not gonna
media
blow
have to
here.
say about Gareth Southgate after
Oh,
this.
another yellow card. Yellow card to who? Somebody on the bench.
You know, Ian, just going
England
back to
bench?
the goal quickly. De
Referee's
Vrij
doing a good
gets
job
his
managing
feet
this game, I
all
gotta say.
Those moments
Given the
happen
intensity and
where you get in a bad
the
spot.
stakes.
You've got to keep your legs shut. All
Really
credit
got
to
this game
Watkins
under
for
control,
seeing it, and
relatively.
what a tremendous finish.
Up goes Shaw.
For Holland, you got to be,
Palmer
for the Netherlands rather.
giving the ball away.
Wow,
Charlton.
what a nail in the gut.
Xerxes.
Can they do something here?
Ake.
Can somebody step up? Here's Gakpo, another one of his good balls. Nope, worse than the rest of his balls. But can they come up here? Nope.
Jude Bellingham will be heading somewhere in the direction of the corner if he can get that far.
Yeah. But oh, okay. And now he's gonna blow for the end.
Gets the free kick, and he's mobbed by people from the England bench as if he just scored the winner in a World Cup final for doing that.
Yeah. Feel for Netherlands here, man. Crazy.
Just confirmation of those late changes.
But I'm glad this referee is giving that extra stoppage time because,
Well, Gareth
I mean,
Southgate
I can't
is
stand it when they don't. That celebration for the goal lasted a solid two and a half minutes, maybe 3 minutes.
he's having the last laugh, isn't he? A lot
And
of
there's the whistle.
has been from people.
England's going to the final.
The game, I'd suggest.
They're going to have another shot at bringing it home.
England are in the
Wow. Wow. That's something else. Netherlands played better than England this entire tournament. England, one of the worst teams in this tournament. No way. Not on paper, obviously. But just pretty pathetic execution. They're getting results, though. They get the results. Are we still calling for Southgate's resignation? I mean, I said at one point, even if Southgate manages to win this competition with this team, the way they've played is just so embarrassing. And I almost think I almost feel that they've gotten this far despite Gareth Southgate. I don't know if that's true, but it feels that way. Like they've been dragged forward by their best players. Like by not by their best players necessarily, definitely their best players, but by individual brilliance. Watkins, as the commentator just said, out of nowhere. Well, that's that, you know. So I think
an England legend after that.
it's not undeserved. It's not undeserved for England. They played better today. They've definitely played better than Netherlands. And good for them, getting through, making it happen, despite playing like crap this entire tournament. To the finals. Can they beat Spain? Of course, anybody can win on the day. Are they anywhere near as good as Spain? The answer is no. Good for them. Vindication for Southgate on some level, at least for himself, he can say that. But yeah. Definitely lucky. Definitely lucky he had such amazing players. Okay, well that's going to be it for me. That's going to be it for this watch along. I'll probably stream the final, so I hope to see you guys then. And never forget to live football and prosper. I would do the thing, but I'm one of the only people that can't really do that. So live football and prosper. Cheers, y'all. Later.
Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines.